Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hello, Zoila. Hello, Carrie. How are you guys tonight? It's wonderful to see you. What you working on? And once again, I have my beautiful friend Mel up on the panel with me. So thank you for joining me again tonight, Mel. It's always wonderful to have you over here.
I am glad to be here. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Sarah. What you working on tonight, Mel?
I am working on my fiber spider blanket. It is called, oh, I always get this wrong. Hold on. Tessellated waffle fillet square blanket. It's a mouthful. Hold on. Get it
It
closer so
is.
you can
It's
see
quite beautiful.
the fillet. So,
Yes,
thank you,
that's really
Sarah.
pretty.
I'm using skinny cakes. I love skinny cakes.
I've seen those. I've not had one.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped buying all the Karen cakes right before they came out with the latte cakes. The latte cakes I'm not a fan of. I can't stand to touch them.
You said
Um,
that the feel of
it
does
feels like
something
I'm
to
putting
you.
my hand in a bowl of like fabric softener. It's a
Thank you,
gooey,
Carrie.
ooey kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Hello,
This
Jennifer.
one's
Welcome in.
hi Jennifer. Wait, is that Ravina? Oh no,
Yeah.
Jennifer. I see Jennifer.
Jennifer
Rivenberg.
Rivenberg. Rivenberg.
Riven we'll let her tell us. And then the
And then
the
Ravina,
happy
that happy
crochet.
crochet picker. I love that. That is a cute name. Hello, Miss Angela. Thank you for joining us tonight.
She has finished her hippy dippy. Does that say dag? I think it means bag, but
Yep.
all right.
Right. Slip of the finger. Hello, Denise. Welcome in.
Hello, Denise. I'm on my phone. I don't usually go for my phone, but I wanted my tablet for my pattern. So it's a little smaller for me.
That does make a huge difference. That's why a lot of times I do my face on the computer because I like that I can see the chat. On the phone, I'd be going,
I do have my computer up too because the chat's bigger, but I keep forgetting to look at it. I'm used to doing that for my own lives. But yeah, you're on your seventh one, Sarah. Okay, I got all my stuff together for it and I haven't even started it yet. I'm not doing well. Yeah, I haven't even started my hippy dippy bag yet. Mm-mm.
my crochet time has been maybe a couple hours in the last couple weeks. I've got a couple rows done on my Celtic twins, got a couple rounds done on the blanket that I'm working on. I did get a new bag designed. Well, designed, made. I designed my own way of upcycling a pair of jeans.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can hear my dog digging in the carpet in the hallway.
Um, we want to do the co-stream. Unfortunately, neither one of us have the StreamYard paid version right now, so we weren't able to set that up. And I think Mel figured out how to do it via YouTube directly. We're gonna
Yeah.
try that maybe next week when we have she was telling me about it, guys, and I got a little overwhelmed with the computer and technology stuff. Yeah, it goes right over my head. I'm an intelligent person, but computers, but we will get that
Yes.
figured out. However, this beautiful yarn you see me spinning here on the camera, on the wheel camera, I have decided to put out a challenge / giveaway in honor of my girlfriend Mel, and she has no idea what I'm talking about, so she's a little scared right now. If my friends on this channel can get over and run Mel's playlist, watch her videos, and get her to her baby monetization, the fan funding monetization, by the time that I have my party next Sunday, this yarn that you see me spinning will go to someone that comments on the live, on this live tonight after it goes to replay. So what that means is I need you guys to get over there and get her playlist going. All of you. If you've watched her before, clear your watch history and watch her again. You're missing out if you don't know her. And this is my way of telling her thank you for all her help to get me where I'm at. And I want to do everything that I can possibly do. So I will be watching all of her videos again myself. I will be working at this goal with you guys. But if you guys work with me, this hand spun, hand dyed yarn can belong to one of you here at the live tonight by simply getting Mel the 150 hours she needs by next
I
Sunday.
only need 151 more hours. And then all you have to do is come back and comment on this live after it goes to replay. Thank you, Zoila. Yes, Jennifer Rivenberg. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome, Mary. You're not late, honey. We only just started.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bridget.
You're most welcome, honey.
Deidre. Yes, I'm going to comment, Deidre. Don't you think I'm not going to comment? Run my own playlist. I don't know if it counts if I run my own playlist. You're silly, Deidre.
Thank you, Deidre. Zoila, you said Deidre, and I went right for it. Thank you, Zoila, for dropping links and being a wonderful mod as always.
Thank you, Ravina. And if anybody wonders, I mess with Deidre all the time. She's a very good friend of mine. So anything I say to Deidre is all in fun.
Hello, Michelle. Welcome in, sweetheart. Wonderful to see you.
Hello, Michelle. Well, that's weird. My comments on my StreamYard stopped scrolling. I'm always scared to touch the StreamYard. You know, it'll do something, or it just says more
Well, you have the
comments,
power, so.
But it's like on top of a comment. Yeah, now it's like, yeah, okay, it's doing it now. Nope, now it's gone.
Thank you, Mary, for all your help with moderating too. Greatly appreciated.
How dare you, Deidre? Nobody listened to Deidre. She tells lies, all lies.
Deidre is such a sweet lady. She is. I didn't get a chance to meet her prior to you introducing us. I wish I had, because I would have loved to have known her for a lot longer. But I'm happy to have met her now and getting to know her. She's really a wonderful lady.
They renamed my kitten.
Oh.
But apparently he's now biting and scratching and making her bleed and stuff.
Oh,
So
he's all full of piss and vinegar. Ellen's
yeah.
Crochet, welcome in. Thank you for coming by, sweetheart.
Hi, Ellen. How are you?
I recently
So,
subscribed to Miss Ellen as well. She is one of our wonderful donors for the party.
ooh. Yes, before the night is over, probably after the live, I will get you what I am, the information on what I am going to donate. That way
Okay.
that'll be taken care of.
Yeah, just a few, 6 days away until the party.
I am so happy for you and excited.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
Jennifer
was
is not.
quite surprised. Really, I honestly never felt like it was going to happen. And when it got close, I guess I was like, you know what? Now I just got to see if I can make it happen. And,
Hmm.
just one of those, I wanted to do it just for the sake of saying I did it,
Yes.
you know?
Well, I never thought I'd even get near to it. I just thought I'd hang around. I thought I'd never get a community tab. And,
Right.
then I, hung around 200 and then it jumped up. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting near 500. And I got 500. And I'm like, I have a community. And then I kept forgetting to use the community tab, and
Right.
then got used to it and I was using it. And then suddenly I jumped up to 700. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? And then my hours started jumping. And people were like, you're going to get monetized. And they changed the monetization, and they're like, you're getting near, you're getting near. Hi, Mishi. Welcome in.
Hello,
Oh,
Mishi. Thank you,
eh,
sweetheart. The thumbnail is I wanted to show everybody all the bags that I make, and I figured it was probably best to do them all in one print. So that way people weren't comparing the print of the bag, what the picture was. They were just seeing the size difference and the shape difference of each bag. So the thumbnail is each and every bag that I make on a regular basis because I do make a couple others either custom or because, well, I want to.
yep.
Like the tote style bags, it's not something that I do quite often, but every once in a while, certain bags, I feel like that fabric is best shown off in that style. Yes, please, Michi, you can email me or you can get a hold of me directly on Facebook, whatever is easiest for you, sweetheart.
Oh, and
And I mean,
Mishi,
all you got
as
to
soon
do
as,
is let me
oh,
know
sorry.
like what it is that you're looking for, whatever, you know, style of print you're looking for, and I will go and hunt it down for you and give you some options and then go from there.
And she will probably have it done and out to you by the next morning, like in the mail the next morning before she goes to bed at 8 or 9 a.m. Yeah.
Lisa, hello, sweetheart. Wonderful to see you.
Hello, Lisa.
Well, my theory on a lot of people comment on how fast I get my bags out. My way of thinking is I'm going to treat everybody exactly how I wish people would treat me. So if it is possible, if it's humanly possible for me to get your bag made the day that you order it, I will get your bag made the day that you order it. If I have to wait for the fabric, the second it comes in the mail, I've got usually everything bought that's going to go with it, the coordinating colors before it gets here. And start ironing and cutting and sewing a second, that it gets dropped off from the mail
Mhm.
carrier so that it can go out the next day. It's just my way of showing respect and gratitude to the people that buy from me.
And it's not a rush job. It is a quality job done quickly. It is so wonderful.
I bet your bags are absolutely beautiful, Jennifer. If you would like to share them with me, you're welcome to share them on my Facebook group page, or you can send me a picture to my email address, which is queenscraftsbybridget at yahoo.com.
I love crocheting bags too, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Ziva, that was Ruby, honey. Oh, Ziva.
Yeah, and yes, the fiber that is going on the wheel is one that I have dyed. It is pinks, purples, blues, reds, blacks. I was testing out some additive for the water, and I wanted to try all of the colors that are really hard to get or to stay true. So a lot of those colors got put into the one braid, and that's what we're spinning now. Because I use kitchen safe dyes, it's kind of hard to get um, like true purples. Blacks are really hard, stuff like
Mhm.
that. Certain colors don't like
Reds.
to.
Do you have
Well,
trouble
they
with
let me
reds?
break. Like reds a lot of times turn pink, purples break into either red and blue or pink and blue or different variances of different
Mm-hmm.
colors. Hello,
Hi,
Jill. Welcome
Jill.
in, sweetheart. And hello, Diana. Welcome in. And the naked snail.
Hi,
Boy, we're getting
Diana.
lots of people in the house tonight.
I just wanted to grab, this was the latest bag I got from Bridget. It's one of her larger knot bags she made me. If you can see the jellies on it, I love this. I just emptied it out because I was making a hexie cardi in it, and it got emptied out because I finished my cardigan. So I can't show that because I'm a large girl and it's so big. It's too big for my little
Oh,
screen. But it's on my things we're making Thursday. So I'm editing that right now. And yes, I know it's Monday and tomorrow will be Tuesday, but very relaxed collaboration. So I get to put it up whenever. So
that's the only collabs I can do because the whole sticking to, yeah. Hello, Crystal. Welcome in, sweetheart.
hi, Crystal.
I've been loving getting to spin with her. She makes such pretty yarn.
Ooh.
Thank you,
And
Lisa. Hopefully one day I'll get to send a bag to Lisa. I know the
ooh.
shipping to Australia is rather expensive, but the last time I
Yeah.
wanted to ship her a bag, she wouldn't let me. She didn't want me to have to pay the shipping. So
Oh.
one of these days I'm gonna coerce her address out of her.
Ooh. Ooh, that could be a fun game. Who gets Lisa's address first? And then we all, give it to Bridget. Now, I had my hook. I made sure I moved my hook away from where my bum went before I sat down, but now I can't find it.
That would totally be something I would do.
Have you all seen my hook?
Yeah, it's right over there.
On my
See it?
hook?
See it? It's right there.
Yeah, it's right
And
there. Right.
happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy belated Happy birthday, Lisa. Wait a minute. We're like a day behind Australia.
Yep.
So was it yesterday? It probably is. You know, when you're so big you can't even feel if you're sitting on it.
Oh, poop.
I don't know.
Hello, Joanna. Welcome in. That's where mine would be, Jill.
What did she say?
She goes,
It
"Did you
was
check your
under
bra?"
my leg. How did you know that? Wait a minute. It was under my leg. It was not in my bra though. But I did put a bra on for this. Usually this part is under the camera and I'm like, I don't need one, but I have a new shirt on, Doctor Who, and I wanted to show it.
Well, go big and show it.
Yeah, it's all the words of things that make up Doctor Who, like weeping angels and reverse song, face of bow, in case any of that makes a fez now. I wear a fez now. Fezzes are cool, the doctor, all that, but it's in the shape of a TARDIS. I'm a geek. If you don't know me, I'm a geek. Amen. Deidre, okay. I'm going to ask one of the mods to just time her out for like 30 seconds. 30-second timeout just for me. I mean, anyone.
I had no idea what a TARDIS was until Ray ordered a bag. She wanted a TARDIS on a bag. So I had to go looking around the internet for a TARDIS and what the flock a TARDIS is, because I had no idea what a Doctor Who was, and I still haven't seen any of the movies or shows or any of it.
Well, I knew who Doctor Who was, but I know you're not, Zoila, and I didn't really mean time her out, I was just kidding. But I knew who Doctor Who was. I knew about it, but I hadn't watched any of it until my sister was watching it. But then I started watching the new ones after my sister was watching them. And it was, of course, on reruns. And I got hooked. But I'm still way behind. I'm on Peter Capaldi, and they're 2 doctors past that. And each of those doctors has like Judy. I can't say it right. Judy. You got to say it right in the right accent. But she's a she says, I can't say it because in the accent she says it sounds like a swear word. Because of her north English accent. It's almost a Welsh accent. But she had 3 seasons, Capaldi had 3 seasons, and I'm only on his first season. So I'm 5 seasons behind, and then they're on the first season of the next Doctor. So 6 seasons behind.
Hello, Sally. Welcome in.
Yeah. Jill lost her granddaughter. It's her oldest granddaughter, and she was only 25. And it was sudden. And they're doing an autopsy to find out why. So she's going to take a break. And so she's asking people to watch her playlists to keep her monetized and stuff.
Yeah, I can do custom for just about anything, Diana. I can, even if you have certain bags and whatnot in mind, I can't guarantee that I can make someone else's bag, but if you give me an idea, I can even do customized bags too.
I know, Jill. I was telling my sister about all that D&D's Mark's family have gone through in the past year, and she's like, "Can they get a break? I mean, honestly, they just need a." I know my oldest niece will be 29 this year, and I couldn't even imagine. I I helped raise them all while they were toddlers and older. They've all lived in our house while they were growing up, and I cannot even imagine how I would cope.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It really is.
Not to skim past that, but to stay
No,
positive.
yes.
Yes, of course,
And
send all the
she was trying.
love and light,
So,
to
mhm.
Dee and her family right now.
I love how you say that. I
Love
absolutely
and
love
light.
how you say that. Love and light.
Yeah. Um, but for anybody coming in that missed it, we are offering the yarn that you see being spun up right now as a bonus giveaway in the monetization party next Sunday, as long as we can get Mel to her mini monetization. So everybody, if you go over and binge Mel or run her playlist, however you choose to do it, I always choose to sit down and actually watch the videos. Some people choose to have them running in the background. I'm not going to tell you which is better. You do what works for you. But then I need you to come back, and on this, the replay for this live, I need you to say something about Mel, and we will pick the winner of the yarn that I'm spinning right now. As I said, providing Mel gets to her mini monetization or has the hours. It doesn't have to have turned over and been official yet. She just needs to look and see that she has the hours to make that possible. She only needs 150 hours. So I figure we've got 26 people in the room right now. If all 26 of us and myself, so 27 of us, go over and run her playlist and watch her playlist, there's no reason that we can't get her that 150 hours by next Sunday. We can knock that out of the park and then some. So watch the videos, come back to the replay, put Mel, right away, come back to the replay, put something about Mel. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Just mention Mel, say hi to Mel, whatever you want to do. And on my live next Sunday, this yarn will be done. I will have the second bobbin done. I will have it plied and ready to go. Someone from this live will walk home or will go home with the yarn that's being made if we get Mel there. Just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna say it a couple more times by the end of the live so that we can have as many folks know about it as possible. If you guys want to spread the news, please do,
Hi, Diane.
because she
Hi,
deserves
Brenda and Jamie, and someone else came in. Karen. Hi, Brenda and Karen and Jamie. And Diana, you skip until you said and be nice. I was like, I'm a little scared about what Diana's going to say because she's like, I can have some fun with this. But then she was like, and be nice.
it. Yes, yes, we want to be nice. We can be playful, but we got to be nice.
But that I'm gonna search for Diana's comment also just to see what Diana said.
And I know you guys can do it because I tell you what, Miss Katie sent me a message the other day after we had that video go up, and you guys all went over and said hello to Miss Katie and even joined onto her channel. She contacted me, and that young lady was so happy that my friends have come over to meet her. And I thank each and every one of you that has taken the time to go over and meet Katie's Been Yarnified, because she really is pretty awesome. I enjoy
Is
her.
Katie not the sweetest?
She
Oh,
is.
she is so sweet and cute.
Puppers is
Now,
getting his toy for the night.
oh,
Miss Jill's pupper,
now,
he gets a toy every single night. That's one spoiled baby right there.
yeah, my baby wore herself out. She was chewing on her chew. In fact, hold on, you're a little far from me, but she's over here laying. Is she in the viewfinder? I don't know. Hold on. She's laying on her chew toy right now. Yeah.
Well, she got to protect it.
Yeah. From nothing. Now, if her sister were in here and, had it, she'd be laying right up against her face and, in that intimidating kind of bully way. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done? Even if she had her own, she'd be like, I don't want mine anymore. Are you done yet? Are you done? And then Ruby would, chew on it for a minute more and then move her head away and be like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. And then she'd take it and go, 3 inches away and chew on it. And I'd take the one she left and give it to Ruby. And Ruby'd be like, thank you, mommy. And, chew on that one. And Ziva would be like, oh, wait, you have another one? And do the same thing again. And
Yep,
round
my
robin.
girls are that jealous too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, Khaleesi's favorite treat in the entire world is marshmallows. That dog goes absolutely insane for marshmallows. Coco, however, she don't want nothing to do with them. And but I say that if Coco watches Khaleesi eat 3 or 4 of them, and it's just Khaleesi's all excited about it, then Coco will eat the marshmallows because
Mm-hmm.
Khaleesi wants it. But if you just give it to her, she's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Ziva loves green beans, but Ruby loves apples and carrots. But if you give an apple to Ziva, she's like, I'm not so sure about this. And she'll kind of take it and lay it down on the floor. But if she sees Ruby eating it, she's like, well, I guess it's good. And then if Ruby sees that piece of apple on the floor, she'll start moving towards it. And then Ziva's like, no, and snatches it away and takes it around. And then she's like, I'm supposed to eat this, right? Yeah, I'm supposed to eat this. Yeah, Lisa, I need 151 watch hours to reach mini monetization.
and
So,
I'm sorry, I can't see the screen very well, so I did not realize you guys could actually see my bare, ugly, fat feet. But yes, when I learned to spin, the key to learning to spin was actually putting my naked bare feet on the wheel, because I can feel every change and every vibration difference in the wheel when I'm barefoot. So I prefer to spin barefoot. And most of the time when I do these lives, I do put socks on so you guys don't have to see my marshmallow feet. But I
Oh,
forgot tonight. I'm sorry.
nobody cares what your feet look like. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that, hon. And you may win some hand spun, hand dyed yarn, Lisa, and then you have to give Bridget your address.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And to
You
answer
can't
the
get
other
out of it.
question, this is just regular wool. I'm not sure. There's no specific breed on it. This is I get it from shipwool.com. I usually buy 2 pounds at a time, although I am saving up for a 30-pound bale. And I dye it with food safe kitchen dyes, you know, food coloring. And I also use some potassium powder. And thanks to Brenda, I use some potassium powder. She gave me a good tip, which makes them better colors. But if somebody were to win that is allergic to wool, they cannot have wool, I would make that person up a small mystery box of acrylic yarn to make it fair.
Thank you, Brenda.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Mishi. I never thought I would, I never thought I would make a channel, let alone, reach milestones and that kind
so
of
you guys,
thing. So,
you want to see my upcycling project that I did last night? Upcycling own design, something like that. I'm not sure what you call it. It used to
it's
be a lot
upcycling.
smaller because I was having some health issues. And so now these jeans don't fit me anymore because, well, I drink too much coffee for them to fit me anymore. So I turned my jeans into a pocketbook.
It's so cute.
I left all the pockets in it, front and back, but I also put in a hidden pocket. If you unbutton and unzip the jeans, there's a great big pocket in here.
Oh, Sally, I didn't even see you come in. I'm so sorry, honey.
All right. Sorry you can't stay, Sally. I hope you have a good night. And then I put some pretty butterfly material on the inside.
Thank you so much, Diana. Have a safe night, Sally. I love that bag, Bridget. That reminds me of the 80s so much.
I've always wanted one of those bags. I've seen so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
The
Honey,
screen.
you did not have enough of a childhood and a teenagehood. You have it now.
Yep, now I can have all that kind of stuff. And now I just design it myself. I just think about what I want and what I want it to do. And
Thank you, Carrie. You guys are going to make me cry. You're all going to make me cry. Oh my God. I
hola
must be sick or
Marisa,
something.
¿cómo
Hola,
estás, mi
Marissa.
amiga? Um, Mel, did you highlight Deidre's comment? And if you did,
I
could
don't
you
think
unhighlight it?
so. I don't think I did.
Did I do it?
Oh, I might have. I have something here. I think. Did I do that? I think I did when. Hold on. How do I? There. Did I undo it?
Yep, we're good.
That's when I tried to scroll. That's why I don't like to scroll. I don't want to touch that anymore. I'm not going to look at the comments on there. This is why I have the computer. Yeah.
No touchy touchy. No touchy touchy.
All right. I'm going to touchy, but at least I know if anything gets highlighted again.
Hey, Jerry.
You're
Welcome
welcome.
in, honey.
I'm sorry Deidre was yelling at you. Deidre doesn't know what she's doing. Hi, Jerry. How are you? All right. Now I got to get my comments. Go to the new. Okay. I think I'm at the bottom. Don't highlight anything. I didn't want. Okay. See, now it highlighted Lisa. Now we're going to unhighlight Lisa. This is why I hate. Okay. I think I unhighlighted her. Now we don't touchy again. See, now it's not at the bottom again.
Hello, Dawn.
I don't like my phone. We're not touching it. We're going to use the computer. It's faster anyway. StreamYard comments come up slow. Y'all can laugh at me all you want. Lisa doesn't mind being highlighted. She wouldn't mind being, but then it's across your yarn. So, yeah. Gosh. God, Napoleon. Ugh. Make yourself a dang quesadilla.
That's what the king says every time.
I have a movie quote for everything. Everything. I said I have a movie quote for everything. Any exclamation I make, I have a movie quote for.
Right. Oh, Brenda, it's just some regular wool that I get from shipswool.com.
I said hi to Jerry. I didn't even say hi to Dawn. Hi, Dawn. How are you? I'm sorry I didn't see you coming in. I was too much having exclamations and blow ups at the highlighting. Sorry.
Now, hopefully everybody can see everybody in here.
Yeah, you're a troublemaker, Deidre.
I mean, that's why we love her so much, though, ain't it?
Well, if you've never seen my playlist, you'll get a giggle at least. People say they get giggles if they watch my flip throughs on the magazines. Now those are long though. I mean, well, they'll get watch hours then if you just watch the flip throughs because they take like 45 minutes or more to flip through an actual magazine. But apparently I make a lot of faces, which I didn't realize. But I mean, when they use the same model through the whole magazine, come on. And I'm like, she looks really happy, but in a really weird sort of way. And why are you so happy wearing a tiny little kerchief tied really tight around your neck? Come on.
I've got one of those faces too, so I completely understand. My mom was always telling me to turn my face down
I, s-
because even if
I
the words
saw
weren't coming out of my mouth, if I had something ooky to say, you could see it written all over my face.
I had to stop buying new shirts. There were too many. But my shirt drawer is now full again. I went through, got rid of a bunch of shirts to fit all the new shirts that I got. But there was one that said, if my mouth doesn't say it, my face definitely will. And I was like, mm-hmm, yeah, yeah. But I had to weigh which shirts really spoke to me and which ones were just, oh, that's cute, but which ones were really, me shirts. And then we just bought a whole bunch of new shirts for my sister. And she was like, I get new shirts. And I'm like, well, we do have a clothing fund, you know. And so she got new shirts and she's so excited for them to come. And, you know, because all her shirts are stretched out or have holes starting in them. And I'm like, nope, you get new shirts. We all get new shirts. It's sad when it's so exciting to get new
Marvin got me this one. It says, I'm not bossy, I'm the queen.
I have one that says, I'm not bossy, I'm just aggressively helpful. I think we do make a good pair. I think yours is perfect. Now you just need a little shirt for Khaleesi that says, I'm not bossy, I'm just the princess.
And then I have one that said, if I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. I love to wear that one when I go out with the king places.
I would I was
And
gonna
every time he
say,
says something to me in front of someone else, just picking at him, I'll go, read the shirt. Read the shirt.
mhm. Now I've gotten Schnook, my sister, a couple of shirts and they say a few things, but she just informed me, well, I don't really like shirts that say things. I like them with pretty pictures. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I like the ones that say things, and you like the pretty pictures. So that's where, we differ. And then my dad doesn't even really like them to have anything on them. But once in a while, he'll accept from us ones with a nice image. I just got him one that has a sandworm on it with a guy riding it, and it says Surf Arrakis, House Atreides from Dune. And he was like, I can deal. I can deal. He really loves the new Dune movies. I mean, he read the first Dune book as a kid and it really stuck with him. And then, when they made the first Dune movie back in the 80s, he was, must be good. And it wasn't, no, it didn't live up to any of the Dune fans, they were all, but
Oh
we
my
all,
goodness, I've become a celebrity, Mel. Kelly's
huh?
in the house. I bring it
Hey,
every day. Kelly's in the house.
Kelly, I meant to reach out to you. I'm going to be in Lancaster for the Maker Fest in July 31st to August 4th. Are you going to that? Are you going to go to that? It's in Lancaster City. How are you, by the way?
My goodness, I
Um,
got all the stars in one house tonight.
Kelly
Jill and
actually,
Linda.
I have talked to Kelly before because Kelly goes to the farm. Oh, wow, my brain is not working. She goes to the farm markets and the what is the other word for those? But she goes to like the Green Dragon and Roots, which are down in Lancaster County, and I used to live down there. So I
Mm-hmm.
reached out to her because a long, long time ago, she may not remember me, but because I recognized them in her lives and stuff, and I was like, I know them. I lived down there most of my life, and I know them, and this is
That's awesome.
familiar to me, but
I love a good
I
flea
don't.
market, Lisa.
Flea markets, that's the word. Flea market.
Dawn
But
Aaron, oh my goodness. Welcome in. Thank you for
hi,
coming
Dawn
by.
Aaron.
And since we
But I
have
do
new
not.
people in the room, I'm going to do another little shout out mention. We are working real hard to get my wonderful co-host Mel here up to her mini monetization by next Sunday. If we can do that, the yarn that you see me spinning will go up for grabs in a giveaway, an extra giveaway at the monetization party next Sunday. So what I need you to do is when this live goes to replay, I need you to come back and make a comment, something about Mel, and I need you to go over and watch or run, however you choose to do so, her playlist so that we can get her the watch hours that she needs to become at least fan funded monetized.
I only need 151 hours. So
And if you guys that have channels want to give a little extra shout out for this, that would be greatly appreciated. Because the more people that we get watching, even if they can only commit to watching a couple, 2 or 3 videos, you know, that'll get Mel there. 150 hours between the 28 people, even in the chat, plus everybody that's got, people that they can reach out to. We could get this done in no time if we work together.
thank you so much, Bridget, and everyone in the chat. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You know, I wouldn't have gotten my 1,000 when I did if Mama G wouldn't have done what she did, which was have a giveaway specifically for getting me to over my 1K. I've had people step up and step out and say, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to tell everybody about it and we're going to get these numbers. And they've helped me. So if I can turn around and pay that forward to another person, then I have repaid the kindness in which I have received. And if I can do it to more people, then more people can do it to more people. And we just have a wonderful community of amazing people that can create and share wonderful ideas. Like Jill is an amazing crafter. Kelly does
Yes.
so many things. Dawn Aaron, again, so many things, and everything she touches is absolute beautiful. I
Oh,
wish I could have afforded that witch that she had done what was turning or stirring the cauldron. Oh,
hmm
if I would have had the disposable money, if the king would have been at work at the time and I could just spend whatever I wanted to spend because I was
hmm
selling bags, that witch would have been mine because it was amazing. And Lisa, oh my God, this lady, flat, straight needles, can whip out a hat in a half in a day.
Oh,
And
wow.
every single thing that she makes gets donated. So everything that she makes
Oh,
helps other people. That is awe inspiring, you
yeah.
know.
Thank you, Dawn Aaron.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn Yarndall.
Now, thank you,
I've gotta
Dawns.
use
There we go.
I've got to use full names for the Dawns today. Oh, she's making another one soon, and if he's back to work, you might be able to. Oh,
Everything she makes is beautiful. But
it
that
really
witch
is.
in that cauldron was just beyond perfection.
I always, that was one, clay was one thing I just, no, no. I mean, we were in middle school and working with clay, and mine looked like a 6-year-old was doing it. So, and it exploded in the kiln and had to be glued back together. So, you know, I was just like, I needed that for 45 minutes. There should have been no bubbles. You know, but hey, whatever.
I did some clay crafts with my niece and nephew a couple years ago when they came. Because a lot of times in the summertime, my niece and my nephew come over for a week. And, you know, I don't have a bunch of toys and whatnot to play with. So we did crafting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I made a yarn bowl.
Oh,
I, I'll show you just so that I can prove to everybody that I am not good at absolutely everything that I touch.
hi, Navy Mama. That's Wanda, right? Navy Mama is Wanda.
Yes, that's Miss Wanda.
Okay. It took me a second, but it came to me.
Now, no laughing at me, Dawn. All right,
You are Mr.
not nice.
Yarndall right now. You are Mr. Yarndall. Who am I? You are
Look
Jerry.
at this thing. This is just awful beyond awful.
Oh dear. Oh Lord. Um,
It's
is it also a cutter for the yarn?
well, yeah. I put in a one of the swirly things.
Yeah. The swirly thing is very swirly.
It's oh, and like there's a snake in the bottom.
Let me see the snake again.
He's like
Uh-huh.
there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's very creative, Bridget.
I was really trying, like real. I can't do this, and I cannot paper craft like scrapbooks and stuff like that, or making cards. Mm. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. I had a blast with my niece and nephew. And at the end of it, that's all I wanted, you know? So, you know, I mean, I keep it around literally so I can prove to people that it's not, you know, oh, Bridget
Yeah.
touches it and it's gold.
Deidre,
I
you
can fail
shush.
too. I can fail and giggle about it all day long.
And that's what we need to do when we fail. We need to giggle, learn from it, and move on.
Yep. Good night, Denise. Thank you for coming over, honey.
Have a good night, Denise. Don't encourage her, Zoila. She gets worse when she's encouraged. It's like a toddler with pixie sticks. I
Yeah.
agree. Just give it some color and It'll be beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah, we used to get my niece and nephew for like 2 weeks every summer, but now we see them for a day and a day
Well,
in the
now they've
winter.
got friends and things to do.
Well, the thing is, now they, you know, it's boring here. And, he stays at his mother's where there's things to do. And his mother's boyfriend had like a PS5 and virtual reality until he broke his mother's boyfriend's TV. And then, because he had the virtual thing on his eyes and he hit the TV with the remote and knocked it over. And then his father was like, he's not allowed to play the video games. And I'm like, yeah, accidents happen, but are you going to make him help repay the TV, or are you just going to punish him? What is going to be the recompense? Are you just going to be mad at him and punish him, or are you going to like teach him, because he was 16 at the time,
Right.
15 or 16. And it's like, you don't just get mad at him and yell at him and punish him. You teach him, you know, because it was a total accident. He had the thing on his eyes, and you know,
And I mean, who
you
bought
don't
the thing
just
to put on his eyes to let him walk around the house, where they can't see nothing? That's just real silly to get mad at someone
and
when you bought
and
them the thing to do that with.
and all they did while he was there was leave him alone to play video games for the entire vacation. I'm like, how is that family time? You know,
Right. And
I'm like, and I would call him every couple of days and be like, how's it going? Have you seen your sis? He's one of 5 children of my sisters. He's the only boy, and then there are 4 girls. I'm like, have you seen your sisters yet? Because he stays down there and he's like, I'm going to see my sisters. I'm like, have you seen them yet? And out of 2 weeks, he doesn't see his older sisters at all. Like, out of the entire 2 weeks. And yet they have another brother from their father who lives in California, and he lives in Virginia. And when their brother from California comes, they swarm. And they're like, but we never see him. I'm like, when do you see your brother from Virginia? When? Never.
right.
And yet your
And
brother from California comes and you have to see him because he lives in California. But your brother in Virginia comes and you're like, well, I've got to work. Well, I've got this. Well, I can't make it.
right.
It's the same thing. You don't see him. Do you know how that makes him feel? He is a very emotional boy.
I bet your garden is absolutely beautiful, Miss Deborah. And you know what? If I had to choose playing in the flowers or
Hmm.
vegetables or in the yard versus sitting around watching a live, I would definitely choose the flowers and the vegetables in the yard every time. So
Exactly.
real life comes first.
Exactly.
You enjoy your garden.
I was going to go and water my garden this evening because we have a heat advisory starting tomorrow morning. And it was also very, very hot today. And then a thunderstorm rolled in. And I did not have to go out and water my garden again. It took care of it for me.
Well, I'll be right
Oh,
back. I'm going to go to Miss Deborah's house and go raid her garden. She's got baby carrots.
I have to thin my carrots again because I just I took a whole bunch of varieties because I bought black carrots, purple carrots, rainbow carrots, orange core carrots, red carrots, something called dragon carrots. I just bought a whole variety of different colored carrots this year. So I took a little seed from each packet and I put them in a Ziploc bag and shook them up. And then I just sprinkled them over the whole patch that I wanted the carrots in. And so they started coming up, and I keep thinning them so that I'll get nice big carrots. And
Right.
they're nice and thick again, so I have to thin them again so that they have room to grow big. And oh, I know, Deborah, because I watered them this morning, and then I was worried that it would dry out because of the heat being so bad. Because my garden beds are right out where they get a lot of sun, no shade. Um, and but I am so sorry about the mosquitoes. They are awful. I have to I got that blood type they love, and if I go out without any bug spray on, or if I'm out for more than half an hour, that stuff's supposed to last 2 hours or more. If I'm out more than half an hour, they start biting me again. They will land right where I sprayed, or they
Mm,
will bite me through my clothes. I have to spray my clothes too, because they will
you
bite
must
me through
smell
my
delicious.
clothes. Yeah.
Well, you know, gardening is definitely something that takes a bit of a learning curve, but each and every year you'll learn something different, and each and every year you'll get better at it. And the rewards are so yummy, so yummy. I grew up,
Deborah?
playing in a garden the size of a football field. You know, I
Wow.
was that kid that was getting ran out of the garden by grandma because I was going to ruin my dinner by eating too many vegetables.
I had my first garden strawberry today, ever,
Garden
because
strawberry. Oh,
I am not a fruit person, and every strawberry I've ever had has been overly sour. I can
oh,
pick a strawberry right out of a pack, and they've all been sour. But I had one out of my garden today, and it was sweet and tangy at the same time, and I loved it. But
I would like to get into canning. I working on getting the rest of the stuff. I did it with grandma when I was a little girl. And once we have the land here cleared, I plan on having a garden big enough where I can dehydrate, and freeze as much as possible. I am extremely finicky when it comes to what I'm willing to eat. And 9 times out of 10, if it's something that grows, it's something that I enjoy. Um, Big into my vegetables. I really love most fruits as well, but I rather raw vegetables in that than pastas or meats or anything. But I would like to get into like canning some more meals and stuff like that. The king, he works 12-hour shifts, and oh, I have forgotten to announce that on the channel. But as of last Thursday, we went in and talked to the doctor, and the king has been cleared to go back to work. However, he does have to do a physical through work prior to them allowing him to come back. So we are waiting on all that to happen. And finally, our life will start going back into a normal rhythm where he'll be working and, you know, I'll be home crafting and missing him. I like missing
oh,
him. That makes the
I
time
like
together so much sweeter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've absolutely loved spending the time with him that we've had been allowed to spend together while he has been recovering and everything from his surgeries. But I have gotten over the years of him working his 12-hour shifts, I've gotten so used to having like I like to clean the house when I'm at home by myself and I can crank the music up and I can get down into like my, you know, tiny little shorts and maybe a sports
Mhm.
bra and just get down and just scrub the heck out of the house and dance around like a crazy person. I don't want people to witness that, all right? I'll tell you that I did it. I don't want you to see. You know, no one
Nobody
needs to
wants
see all that wiggle and jiggle. I'm just saying.
nobody wants anybody to witness that if they're doing that themselves, unless they're like, Pamela Anderson or something. You know,
Right.
at her age now, she probably doesn't want anybody to witness that.
No. Hello, little
Mm-mm.
Carrie. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight, sweetheart.
Hi, and hi, Mama G. She
Yes.
says you can sell tickets.
Yeah. No. Um, I think I'd end up having to like pay for that privilege. But for little Carrie's question, yes. My girlfriends and I that do spin night together, and you are welcome to join us if you would like to, little Carrie. We do spin night on Monday nights from about 7 to about quarter after 8 or so because I have to run over and start the live here at 8:30. But we do a unofficial tour de fleece where we do not have any group rules where everybody has to do the same thing. We kind of come up with our own goals and we work on them together and we talk about it. And there's no prizes. It's nothing official, but it's a bunch of girls having fun spinning and challenging themselves with different things. Like last year, my challenge for Tour de Fleece was to dye my very first fiber. We all know how that turned out. Now I dye almost all of my fiber.
She is addicted.
This year, I'm thinking I would like to get a hackle if I can afford it and try making my own roving. I know you can do it off the blending board. I might try it that way because I do have a diz, so I could diz it off of my blending board. I will just have to learn the mechanics of doing that all. And for all the non-spinners, I know a lot of that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense to y'all. During the Tour de France bike race, bleh, spinners like to work along the side of the bicycle race, and we set up goals and different stuff to participate in the Tour de France, Tour de Fleece. As they are riding bike, we are spinning. Well, it's your spinner, Miss Mama G, and you really should give it a try. Matter of fact, there's a couple of the girls that are in the spinning group that use that kind of spinner. So I'm sure they would be able to walk you through anything you might have some questions on. So if you wanted to join us as well, send me a message over on Facebook and I will add you into the group. Right now, we are using the Facebook Messenger to do our spin night because I do have Discord, but the Discord video stability is not always fantastic, and it's a little bit easier to see and or hear everyone via the Messenger app. Yeah, no, yeah, I've only been dying for a year. I watched I used to love watching what's her name? Is it Rachel at Chemnitz or Rebecca? What the lady at Chemnitz anyways, her channel name. I used to love watching her dye, and of course, I've watched Thriss dye. I've watched Mama G's unconventional tutorials. I've watched a few other people do live dyes. Um, a lot of them I can't do what they do because I won't use the acid dyes, but I have learned a lot just by watching them and whatnot. And then, I mean, what's the worst that can happen is you don't like the colors next to each other. It looks a little muddy. I mean, that's kind of the way I approach my crafts is what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? And usually the answer is nothing that's going to, devastate my world. So I give it a try. And if it works, I keep doing it. Although sometimes, most of the time, I can't remember what exactly it was I did. So I'm constantly doing it for the first time.
Oh, you live in Virginia, Ravenna. My nephew lives in the southern end. So I don't know much of Virginia, just down where he lives because we used to go pick him up. So yeah, but I used to live in southern Pennsylvania. Now I live in northern Pennsylvania. So hey Jenny, um, there's a giveaway going on in this live.
Oh,
You
yes.
know,
Mama G could share that out as well. Um, we do have a couple new people in here, so I'll tell it all again. The yarn that you see being made on the screen right now, I'm offering up as a bonus giveaway in the live next Sunday if we can get Mel to her partial monetization. So, in order to qualify for this giveaway, you must comment on the replay of this live, something about Mel, and then I need you to go over and run and or watch her playlist so that she can get the remaining 150 hours to get to at least her mini monetization. If we can get her past that and closer to her full monetization, that would be even better yet, of course. But as long as Mel makes those numbers, it does not have to officially roll over and whatnot. But we need to see on her watch time in her YouTube Studio app that she has enough hours to qualify for the 3,000 mini monetization, fan funding monetization here on YouTube. So if you have a channel, please talk about Mel, talk about this giveaway. More the merrier. If we can get everybody even to do like they did with one of my videos here recently, and they watch 5 of her videos, even if that's all they can, commit to, that's fine. I have no problem with that because I know if all of us do that and we tell all of our friends to do that, we will have her to that milestone in no time. Now, this will
but
be a fractal spun yarn. So it's going to be extremely mind-blowingly beautiful. Just saying. And if for some reason you cannot have wool yarn, I will put together a small box of acrylic yarn to the winner if they cannot have.
and I will throw in Ziva. I'm not throwing in Ziva. I'm kidding. But I just want to see who was still here and who's away.
Well, Jill said she's already hard to work. Thank you very much, Jill.
I'm kidding. But I want to see who's reacting to that. And nobody noticed what I said. Good, because you know, Ziva's not in the mix. And if you don't know who Ziva is, hold on. It's that thing right there. Sleeping soundly. Right there. Oh, she's awake. She wanted to look
All right,
cute.
Miss Jennifer, I will look at it as soon as the live is over.
Wanted to
Thank
look
you.
cute. Okay. She's not up for grabs. Not up for grabs. Can I get my comments to I'm pushing the button. If it highlights something, I'm sorry.
Mama G, I bet
So
you'd get a kick out of this. I know how you like more 70s, 80s type thing.
don't
I took a pair of my jeans last night and turned it into a pocketbook. And then we have cute butterfly material on the inside.
Hi,
Right.
Lydia.
Hello, Miss Lydia.
I have a Ruby and a Ziva. So, oh, that's wonderful, Wanda. And we used to have a Chewini. We had a Chewini at one point. His name was, oh gosh, what was the Chewini's name? It was my friend who lived with us had the Chewini. And he used to stand in Ruby's mouth. When she would open her mouth, he would crawl in and stand there, and Ruby didn't know what to do. So she would just lay there with her mouth open and not shut it. And she'd be like, I don't know what to do. And why is there a small dog in my mouth? And he would just play around. And she'd be like, get the dog out of my mouth. But, okay, sorry.
I would lose it if it wasn't for my my fur babies. Oh my goodness, my pink bathtub's in the house.
Man, you're learning to crochet.
Oh my good, whoa. Now that is something, that's something right. I love her mittens. Her mittens are
Yes.
so cute.
I want a yes, I can't remember. I went looking at her patterns. Because I wanted a pattern for those mittens. And I can't remember if she had a pattern in her Ravelry store or not. And if I put it in my cart or not, I don't know.
I gotta get a pair of the piggy ones so I can pet my piggy with my piggy mitts.
I would have to. No, I couldn't put the mittens on and pet the. I mean, maybe in the. Do you get snow?
No.
Right. So why would you wear mittens out? I mean, I would want to touch the piggy all the time. I'd be
Well,
like, no, I
because
gotta feel.
people like riding. We ride the motorcycle year round. A lot of times for my birthday in the middle of January, he takes me for a
Oh,
bike ride.
okay.
And my fingers get cold.
Okay.
Oh, I hope you have fun with that. I've heard mixed reviews on the kit, so I hope that you got a good one and that the pattern isn't extremely hard to get through. But
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure as talented she is at knitting, she'll be able to figure out the crochet stuff in no time.
The mitten pattern is the Bella's mittens. Wait, so is it not your mittens, or is that what it's called on your Ravelry store? I'm confused now. But okay, you bought a knockoff kit. I bought this kit. Okay. I have to tell you this story. I don't remember if Bridget was there when I showed this kit in our Discord group the other week. Oh, it's so funny. Okay.
She likes single and increase. Well, that is 3/4 of the battle to amigurumi, really.
Yeah. But okay, so this is a cutesy little cow and bottle, you know.
Oh my
And my
goodness.
cousin is having a baby, her second baby, and she has a 2-year-old going on 3. And I thought, while mommy's feeding the baby, this is perfect for the soon to be 3-year-old. She'll be 3 in July. No, 3 this month, at the end of this month. Oh, that's awful, Zoila. I hope he feels better soon. Hello, Terry. How are you? But it is the way it's written in code, like not even in regular crochet code. It came with a book explaining regular crochet
Oh, I
code.
remember you
Like,
telling me about or saying about that. That is
yeah,
just crazy.
it says, SC means single crochet and how to do it. It explains how to do regular crochet. But it says on this, X means short stitch. V means short stitch plus stitch. A means short stitch minus stitch, which I've been crocheting since I was 10, which is 35 years. You can all do the math. You can all do the math on that. So I consider myself intermediate to advanced. I test patterns. I do all that. So I'm like, okay, short stitch, single crochet, short stitch plus stitch, an increase of a single crochet. But when we get to W is a hook, 3 short needles into the same eye. What the heck? What the heck does that even mean?
Yeah,
but then I look in the pattern. There is no W in the pattern. And I'm like, well, thank God. I never have to figure out what that means. and my favorite is when you put the scarf, which there is no scarf, but there is a collar, on the cow, you're supposed to put it around your neck, my neck, and sew it up. But then hands under the sides of the scarf, which I figured out. It is from Temu, Wanda. It is from Temu. Thank you. You figured it out. But hands under the sides of the scarf, this is my favorite instruction, means sew in the ends. And I was so excited. I figured that out. I did a happy dance. But yes, this is a Temu kit. But I got another Temu kit, and it's in plain crochet English. And I got that for a friend. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, thank goodness it's in plain crochet English. I don't want to send a kit to a friend and have it written like this.
right. Yeah.
It is extremely crazy, Wanda. But I am so glad there is no W on here anywhere. And I'm like, well, I'll figure out what that means when I figure out where it is in the pattern and what I'm supposed to be doing, right? But there is no W anywhere the in the pattern anywhere that I've seen, and I've looked it over like 3 times. I managed to make the cow's head. It's a cow's head, but it's a kid's toy. It's obviously a kid's toy. They gave me a glue stick and flat back eyes to glue the eyes on. No, luckily I have a supply of safety eyes. There are no glued on flat back eyes going on a child's toy. No.
If I'm giving them to a child, I use the safety eyes, but then I also hot glue the back of the safety eye onto the safety eye.
I
So
never
that,
thought of that. I never thought of that because I always do a really, like, I put them on and then I take all my strength, and try to pull them off, you know, in all different directions. And if they move even a little, I put a different back on them, you know. Could it be treble crochet? Because it says 3. Hook 3 short needles into the same eye. It might be a treble. That's a good. You might be.
unless they
See, the
mean
thing is, it's
double increase where you put 3 singles in the same stitch.
or yeah, because it's weird that they don't say short stitch instead of short needles. It's you guys are making see, it's good to talk things over with friends. And then like they actually say chain and it says braid pin. But braid pin kind of makes sense for a chain. It looks like a braid, you
Right.
know. Yeah, 3 short needles. You would think they'd at least use the same language, 3 short stitches for 3 single crochets. Yeah. And now we're probably confusing Diane since she's learning to read actual, crochet patterns instead of confused in code, not real,
Right.
um,
Thank you, Miss
whatever
Lydia.
this gibberish is.
And Diane, if you ever run into a situation in which you need like a video or whatever, you can't figure out the pattern because you're new to it, you're more than welcome to reach out to one of us and we'll sit and talk you through it. I know almost everybody in this crochet community would do that. Would
I
sit
am
down and
always
I would for
offering.
sure. Um, if you need a video chat one on one or you need a short video made, and I've even gone as far as made a tutorial but had it private and only that person can see that tutorial if they got stuck on something because it was a paid for pattern. I couldn't do it, you know, an open tutorial for others to see, but I can make a video and make it private if you're stuck on something and
Mhm.
need help with it.
Oh, I wanted to say something to Deborah earlier. Deborah, if you ever wanted any help with gardening, Garden State Gardener Joe has helped me so much to learn things. He has 2 channels, Grow Big TV and Garden State Gardener, but his community and his channels have taught me so much that my garden is just gorgeous. And I always loved gardening, but I only knew how to read the back of the seed packet and throw things in the ground and hope they came up. And
Right.
now, oh, you love Joe. You know Joe. Great. Um, but now, I mean, I mixed my own seedling starter soil this year. I have grow lights. I have a gardening journal. Um, I, yeah, just the YouTube community has helped me in so many ways. I learned to knit because of it. I'm going to make my first socks completely because of Bridget. I'm I mean my knit socks. I have made crochet socks. Um I'm going to, you know, I have 2 gardening beds. I'm also going to, once it's all cleaned up out there, I'm going to plant I am going to keep calling it this, my bear arium. It's going to be my little fenced in area for my berries. Oh, this is just for me, Deborah, and my family. I mean, I learned to can. I make my own pickles now for my sister. I've entered the county fair. I mean, I entered the county fair with my crochet and knitting, but last year I entered with jam and vegetables too. I entered with baking. Listen, I used to be a pastry chef. My baking got nothing, and my jam got second place. Hi, Nifty. Welcome
Welcome in,
in.
Nancy. Thanks for joining us. And just saying, Mama G, you don't give yourself near enough credit. You might not, be like a traditional teacher,
Mhm.
but the things that you can come up with, sweetheart, if you could figure out a way to tell people how it is that you do it, and even if you have to do it in your own way, you are very, very talented. And I know anybody would be lucky to spend some time with you and absorb some of that knowledge and talent.
I felt amazing spending time with her the 2 times I've gotten to. And we're supposed to spend time sometime soon. She's holding on to all my stuff until we can get together again. And I've got some stuff for her and everybody. Well, I think it's just her and Rusty this time. She's
Well,
an
I love solving
unconventional.
puzzles, Mama G. So come on over. I'll crack that puzzle any day. Oh, that's more than fine. You can have, especially when you're on a computer, you can have more than one tab up and listening in one area and watching something else in another area. I quite often throw my what I'm watching up on my TV so that I can just keep going about my day, and I'll have the TV going, but then like one of my friends will pop up live and I'm like, I don't want to give up who it is that I'm helping out and watching and whatnot. So I'll throw somebody else on my phone. I'll have the computer going with one thing. I'll have the TV going with something else and I'm watching on my phone. And about that time, the king usually walks in, shakes his head, turns around and walks back out. But we do what we got to do. I mean, honestly,
Yep.
I have way too many amazing friends on here. What a problem to have. And watch that there's just not enough time to sit down and stare at the screen and spend the time that they deserve with each and every single one of them. So I do what I
Yep.
can. If I catch some of it and not all of it, if I can't comment, at least I watched, you know.
Mm.
We do
All
what
right,
we
I'm
can
doing.
for the people that we love, and I've met some amazing, wonderful friends on this site.
Yep. I mean, where I live, there aren't a lot of people to have physical friends with.
Yeah,
So YouTube really has saved. Um, I need 151 hours, Terry. So
Tunisian. Oy. Tunisian is beautiful. I just do not have the patience for it. Oh, awesome, Mama G. I hope that it works good for you. I know that where you live, it's kind of a pain in the tuchus to get decent internet. I hope that works good for you.
I am just kind of ticked off that it's just such a small thing that they're not giving them the fiber for such a small reason that they are not giving them the fiber. because they're giving it to the people just on the next road, but because they're an offshoot road, there aren't enough. Their road is only like half a mile long, and
Yeah.
because not enough people live on that half-mile road, they won't run it down that half-mile road. But then the
Yeah.
half-mile road connects to the main road again. And I'm like, it's not going to cost you anything, like pennies, literally, to run it down that half-mile road as well. And then it reconnects to the main road again.
That is a new name to the chat. Posh DIY crochet patterns. Hello and welcome in.
Hello,
Don't believe
Posh
I've seen
DIY.
that name before. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? You knit, crochet? Hello, dear. The king is awake.
Hello, King. Or as his alter ego would have you know him, Darth. I'm going to just call him Darth. I know that's who he'd prefer to be in that universe. He couldn't pull it off, though. You know he
No,
couldn't.
he's far too nice.
He would be Yoda, okay?
Megan, welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, yes, bat babies. Bats are so awesome. And the
Oh my
babies are
god,
all just adorable.
I watched that video right before this. The tiny little baby was so, and the little wings, oh, with the, so cute.
We have quite a
So
few
cute.
bats here on the property. As soon as the sun starts going down, they start coming out. I've been talking to the king about installing some bat houses for him. Yeah, being
Yes.
that, I plant so many butterfly, bee, and whatnot pollen
Mhm.
filled plants, I also get a lot of the, flies and bugs and whatnot that I don't want in the yard, and encouraging the bats to hang around, make sure that that population doesn't get too high.
I've realized I have to upgrade your package from a large poly mailer to something else because I have to fit the bulbs in it. Oh, I froze. What happened?
No, you're here.
I froze.
You're moving. You're only
Am I?
froze on your side. You're moving on this side.
Well, I should just keep making faces and doing things then, because I can't see it. Why am I frozen?
I don't know.
I can see it on my computer. I can't see it on my phone.
That's very
What the
strange.
heck? That is.
We are
I don't.
going to give a 15-minute last call out. So we're going to stay for another 15 minutes. We'll make it an even 2 hours. But for our new ones in the room, I know for the old ones, they're like, oh, I've heard this already. But for the ones that are just new in the room, my friend Mel up here on the channel with me tonight, Lethalia's Little Hook, is very, very close to her mini monetization, fan funding monetization, otherwise known as. She's only about 150 hours away. So I am asking everybody that is in the chat tonight to go over and run and or watch her playlist, and let's get her up to her fan funding monetization by next Sunday when we have our full monetization party. And if indeed we can hit those numbers, which is, like I said, only 150 hours away, we can do this if we work together. The yarn that you see being spun on the screen will be offered to anybody that can come back and watch her videos, and also come back to this live when it goes to replay and put in the comment something about Mel. Something nice, of course. But just any comment about Mel and you will be entered in to win. And like I said, this giveaway is provisional. She must hit that mini monetization for the giveaway to go into effect. But the fan funding does not have to be in effect by the time my party happens, as things sometimes take a little while to roll over. She just needs to be able to look into her YouTube studio and see that she has gotten the hours that make her available for that. And thank you very much, Zoila, for dropping Mel's link, and Mary for dropping Mel's link as well. Thank you both for being such wonderful mods and helping push this out there. If you have a channel and you want to share about this idea, that would be greatly appreciated, because all of your friends and my friends working together, we can get this done. Heck, we could probably get her to full monetization if we work hard enough together. So let's get this done and get Mel where she needs to be. She is truly one of my wonderful friends, someone that I cherish very, very much and
Aw.
enjoy spending time with her. So I know that you guys will love her as well. I will not ever recommend anybody to you that I don't love with all my heart as well. So like I said, please go over and give her a look, and you'll have a chance to win a fractal spun, hand dyed, hand spun by yours truly next Sunday. We also have many other giveaways planned for next Sunday. And if you by some chance want to donate to the party, that is more than welcome and very much appreciated. It is not demanded, however. If you do want to participate in that and you want to donate a prize to the giveaway, please do email me or get a hold of me on my Facebook page, whichever makes it easiest for you. But you must contact me prior to the live next Sunday. I will not take any donations in the live. Everything must be to me prior to the live happening next Sunday. Thank you. This has been your community announcement.
No, Terry. Thank you for reminding me. I will email her about it. I will email her about it. Let me write that down. Oh, paper.
Good night, Miss Angela. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was wonderful to have you here. I hope you got some wonderful work done while you were listening.
Thank you all so much. And Bridget, thank you. You surprised the heck out of me with this. I just, oh,
Like I said, Mama G did for me, and I am just, paying it forward and repaying her kindness.
yes.
I mean, I've
And you
had lots
do
of people
always.
help me out. I'm not saying only Mama G has helped me, because I have had tons of people help me. But Mama G really put a big push out there for me to make it to my 1K. And she helped a lot again when it was coming to my fan funding monetization. She has always been there, and I am very much appreciative of her as well.
Thank you all so much. Have a great night, Angela.
And we are. This is all we got left right here. And this bobbin will be done as well, and I'll be able to ply them up.
You are so quick
I
at
love
that.
you too, Jenny. Really, I do. I wish you guys were closer so I could actually get the chance, like Mel does, to get to come and meet you. But one day,
I would,
one day, because it's
I would
really it's
just
only
love
12 hours to get to New York City from here. So, I mean, that's not undoable. I've taken much longer drives,
Yeah.
and
Hi,
I've always
thrifty
wanted to do the
crocheter.
fall. No, you don't have to put the thumbs in. Of course, the thumbs help because all interaction with every channel helps, chatting, thumbs, commenting, watching, all of it helps. The more of it you can do, the more it helps. But right now, if you happen to fall asleep and your computer just keeps playing Mel's video throughout the night and you don't get a chance to thumb those videos, well, I mean, that's okay. At least
Yeah,
trying real hard to watch and she appreciates it.
yeah, and the watch hours only really count if you haven't watched the videos before. So if you've watched them before, it's not going to count as watch hours unless you clear your watch history first. So, um, so if you've
Someone said
already
that you can
watched,
watch a video up to twice, I think, before you have to clear your watch. I don't know how all that works. I've heard
um,
200 different things from 200
yeah,
different people. So,
I think I looked it up. Um, Here, if we have a minute, I'll look it up real quick.
oh, yeah, I couldn't tell you how to do it actually, Deidre. I think it's up in where you type in your your address bar, but I no idea for sure. Well, thank you very much. Um, I just get lucky a lot. But yeah, I think everybody has that thing that they're good at, that they're just, that gift that they were given. And then other, you can also hone and work on other things to become good at it. And I guess with fiber arts, it was, you know, part gift and part a lot of work.
Hmm.
But like I always say, the worst thing that can happen is you have to rip out or whatever, so there's no risk in our craft, I mean, it might be a pain in the tuchus to rip out some wool yarn because it might snag up or whatever, but for the most part, all you gotta do is rip it out and try again. And I think that's why crafting works so well for me, because if I see something that I can't get past, I can rip it out and try again. Yeah, my entire family told me that, Mama G, my entire life. I have struggled with oh so much. And then when I found Crystal over there at Bago Day, she taught me how to crochet. And then I got curious about reading patterns, so I found some patterns that had tutorials, and I figured out how to read patterns that way. Well, then I decided that I wanted to learn to knit because Ross had a really cute hat. I wanted one and didn't know anybody that could make me one. So I learned how to knit so that I could have a Ross hat. And spinning, I was watching this really awesome lady in Florida, Naomi, um, a curator podcast, a yarn curator podcast, and she was spinning, and I absolutely fell in love. And I just, every time I closed my eyes, I seen myself doing exactly what I'm doing right now, other than the flapping my gums part. But I could see myself spinning before I had ever touched the fiber, before I could ever even gave it a try. I just knew that I had to spin, and I knew it had to be this way. I tried a couple other things. I got the gist of it, but then I found, then I got my first wheel, and I have been absolutely in love ever since.
I just found out something hugely interesting. Watch hours are counted with, you don't have to clear your history at all. They count everything you watch, including replays and rewatches.
Okay.
So everything that we've been told about having to clear your watch history, no.
Okay.
Because
Well, that's good.
um I looked and it says totaling the number of hours that viewers have spent watching your videos includes the duration of time spent on each individual video, as well as any replays or rewatches.
Well, I mean, it should, because like if you, let's say we'll say Crystal, because I've already said her name. If you watch Crystal's newest tutorial, you might, like a lot of people, watch the tutorial all the way through before they even pick up their yarn or their hook or pick out their yarn or whatever. And then they'll sit and watch it when they're actually making it. But then you might want to make it again. So you sit and watch it again. And I mean, if you have to watch it 10 times to make 10 of whatever it is, that person still, should get the watch hours because you did watch it that many times. So that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome that they actually do it that way.
It says, yes, rewatching videos does count towards watch time. However, a view is only counted if the video is watched for at least 30 seconds. So,
That's
yeah. So, yeah.
I absolutely love sewing.
Yeah.
The only sewing I did prior to starting to make bags was some curtains in the house. And back when I was like in 7th grade, I took home ec and I made a pair of pillows and a pair of boxer shorts. That's how much sewing I've done. And now I can make that.
I am trying to sew. It is coming out very bad and aggravating me because it's coming out very bad, but I'm going to keep trying because I really want to make what I'm making. You know, I've got everything
Right.
pinned, it's ironed, it's pinned. So all I have to do is sit there, put it through the machine. I've even got the bobbins done up, with the threads. I set everything up got everything ready. So just sit, breathe, do it, take my time, do it. I've got the iron there. I had Bridget walk me through it. And I'm like, just be one with the machine, do it slow and steady. Learn as you go. If you
Yep,
make a mistake, you got your seam ripper, you know.
that's
I've
right.
already had to do the seam ripper a little and then hand sew where I missed, you know, the join a little and fill in a little hole here and then, you know, but I will get there. And then I'll probably not sew for another year again because
I
oh,
I just, I go to the store and like I see this cute dress that I want to get, now that I can't wear pants. And the dress that would fit my size, like the center of my tatas wouldn't fit in, let alone my whole tatas. You know what I'm saying? Like the dress would like be like down here on me.
yeah.
So if I want to get something that fits my body, I really have to make it. you know. I want the cute things that they have at the store. I want to wear cute things like all the other girls do, but the cute things that they make for the other girls don't fit me. So if I make it for myself, well, then it fits me perfect.
It's a surprise and a secret, Demetra. Now, the person it's a surprise and a secret for knows what it is, but until it gets to them and they open it, it's a surprise and a secret for everybody else. Unless I never make it and I end up making a video of me burning it, the pieces of it, in frustration and revolt, and then I'll make that video and go, this is a failure. I hate, and it will never go there. And then I'll show you what it was supposed to be.
I
But
I have that same problem, Megan.
I will persevere.
The king got me to buy a pair of overalls last year, and man, those things look goofy as hell on me. They're cute when they're like laying in the drawer.
Oh yeah, Megan. Yeah, I got and then the rear, I call it my shelf rear. Like it can hold the towel up, and so things always get help. It's like I got this cute dress, but the back comes up too high because my butt pulls it up, and then it's way too short in the back. And nope, nope, nope. Wait a minute, what is the squares? Did I miss something about granny squares? Was there a thing about granny squares a while ago?
Maybe we should send each other our squares, and then they'll get finished.
Yeah, but then Terry asked Mama G, any idea how many want your squares for donation blankets? Was there a Mama G square making thing?
Uh, if there was, I missed it. But that's
So did I,
confirmed.
apparently. Oh,
She has a bunch of squares.
yeah. I,
Oh my, a tote full? Well, I mean, you got a blanket, you just got to put it together. Some assembly
yeah,
required.
yeah. But I'm like, when did we start making squares? I don't remember square. I mean, I barely got one square to Lisa Ladybird, and then it fell apart when she put it in. She already put it in her blanket and went, oh, look, there's a little hole. Oh my gosh, it opened up. And I was like, oh, what? Wait, what? And then she's like, can you send me yarn to fix the square I already put into the blanket? And I'm like, just shoot me now. Shoot me now. I made the square exactly like they said in you know, in the pattern. I did, and I looked up a tutorial on how to do the stitch, and it came apart.
Well,
It came
see,
apart
Mama
on
G,
the
what you
single
do
crochet.
with those poor languishing squares is you have you one of them those frenemies, and you send them a lovely blanket. Some assembly required. And then
Uh,
you've sent them a lovely gift. They just have to do a little work to get it done.
well, that's what Lisa's blanket is. She said, I want to make a subscriber blanket. So if you want to send me 7x7 squares, you know, send me 1 to 4 squares. And she's like, I really want a square from you. And I'm like, sure, I'll send a square. And then I didn't send one for like like the beginning of the thing was, you know, June, and I didn't send one till March. The deadline was December. She's going, "Where's your square? Where's your square? Where's your square?" I mean, she's still accepting them even now because she's like, "Oh, I'm still making it. I'll take squares now." But deadline was last December. And I'm like, I was, preoccupied. I keep forgetting. So I was sending her a box, and I'm like, I'll put the square in there. I got one square to her. I had been intending 4, but I got one to her. And it came apart at that.
Right.
So I sent her some of the yarn for the part that came apart because of course it was multicolored. And I'm like, wait, which color was it coming apart at after you put it in the blanket? Just no. Life. Why?
Yeah, that would break my heart.
It did, because right before that, I had sent the consignment blanket that I had finished that Graftan to Jeannie V, and that was perfect. I had already washed and dried it and checked it over and done all the ends. It was fine through the washer and the dryer on regular cycles. All the ends were done. And then she started needle felting the ends. Why? I have no idea. Why do you take needles to a blanket? She opened up a hole in it.
Oh no.
And I'm like, your father's never going to get that blanket. I worked on that for 5 months. And she's like, how do you fix it? I'm like, why are you asking me? You crochet? She's like, well, what stitch did you use and what size hook? And I told her, and my stomach dropped out. But then I went, no, I did a good job. I did everything I was supposed to do. It's not my fault. I
Right.
washed and dried it. It went through that. She washed and dried it. It went through another cycle of it and was fine. But then she took needles to it, and started stabbing it repeatedly. Rusty would definitely rock Granny square pants. So the whole
Right.
opening up in it was not my fault. Not in the So I let that one go. Years ago, I would still be, racked over it, but I have grown since then. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all right, everyone. We've been here for 2 hours. I need to get off of my tutushki because it is numb from sitting for so long. And y'all got videos to watch. And if we don't cut this live off, you can't comment on the replay. So I think Mel will be live on Wednesday morning, right, Mel?
As long as I don't have anything scheduled that day, yes. Like an appointment or anything like that. I have to look at my schedule. I should have my normal live Wednesday morning at 11 a.m.
All right. And I will see you guys again, probably in a video, hopefully sometime this week. Again at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Sunday will be our live directly after Granny D on Sunday. So as soon as you're done chatting and hanging out with our wonderful den mother of the YouTubes, please do come on over and party with us. If you do want to donate, like I said, no pressure, but please do email me prior to the party on Sunday, and then we will be back here again next Monday night, hopefully as a dual stream if we can figure it out. But if not, Mel will keep hanging out with me, and we will figure out something where I'll come over and hang out with her on her channel, and you guys can come see us over there. Until next time, I truly hope that you are crafting your happiness. Miss Sherry, please watch the replay and come back and comment about Mel. You'll figure out what that is by watching the replay. Something very special going on. And then go over and check out my girlfriend Mel and watch her videos. Until next time, craft your happiness and bye for now.